Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about separation anxiety in very young children, in babies and toddlers especially. So what happens when children show signs of separation anxiety? And by the way, if you want to know the signs of separation anxiety, I will make another video about it. But for now, there is already a video on my YouTube channel, Eva Sara, EVASARA. So you can check out my channel on YouTube. So what happens? What is happening when we see some signs of separation anxiety in our children? What is happening is that our children are growing and they are realizing that object permanence is a thing, which means when they don't see an object or when they don't see a person, they start understanding that that person or that object still exists, although they cannot see it. Before they understand object permanence, children won't see an object or won't see a person and will just assume that this person, this object has disappeared from existence, so they are not going to seek that object or that person. Some children show signs of understanding object permanence as soon as 4 months or 6 months, so it really changes from child to child, and it can show up a little bit earlier or much later. For example, when children start attending a daycare or a nursery, kindergarten. So what happens is that children cannot see an object or a person and they start seeking or missing that person or that object. And usually what they are missing or seeking is a sense of safety. So it's the key person or a very important person for the child that usually provides them with a sense of safety, or it can be an object like a teddy bear or a little piece of cloth that gives the children a sense of safety and security, and that is missing. So they are missing it and they start feeling anxious because they are missing the object or the person. So how can we help children through this process? Because it is a process and it is a phase of development. Not all children do show signs of separation anxiety, and not all children do develop separation anxiety. It is really subjective. However, many children do show signs of separation anxiety, and this does not mean that children are more prone to anxiety, they will have anxiety problems in the future. It does not mean that. It just means that in this situation, under these circumstances, the child is missing either a key person, an important person, or an object. And how can we help children go through separation anxieties? Today I will share 2 ways we can help them. So first of all, we always need to acknowledge the feelings of our children, let them feel accepted, and let them feel they can accept their own feelings of anxiety or fear when they arise. And after we do that, we also need to try and train our children to find ways to cope gradually with separation anxiety, so that they can see themselves consciously or unconsciously. They can see themselves going through this process and then become a little bit more confident each time this happens. So 2 ways to do that are: 1, if your child is going to a setting, you will need to apply a little bit of exposure therapy, which means having your child actually go to the setting. And if you notice that your child starts complaining of any ailments every day before going to a setting, which may be sometimes a sign of separation anxiety, you will still need to hold your ground. You will need to be understanding of your child and explain to your child why it is also fun to go to the setting. You can use some distraction techniques when you take your child to the setting. You can look at objects or details on the way to the setting, but it is very important to take your child to the setting. Take your child to the nursery. If you start losing ground and not letting your child actually face the fact of going to the setting because they are anxious. This will not help their anxiety. Actually, it will increase their anxiety with time. Exposure therapy, very, very useful for adults as well, but especially for children with separation anxiety. Once they are in the setting, they will enjoy their day there, or at least parts of their day there, and they will start appreciating the fact that they went there. Hi. Another way you can help your child with separation anxiety is that of gradual training. So it means separating from your child for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then increasingly for 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. And when you do this, you will need to do it, first of all, gradually and safely. So you will need someone to be able to be there for your child. You need to leave your child with someone that you trust, and you will also need to, at the beginning, you will need to leave your child physically, but you will continue speaking to your child, or you can sing to your child while you walk away, while you go upstairs, while you go downstairs. This way your child will not be able to see you, but at the beginning, at least, they will be still hearing your voice, and they will feel reassured by your voice because they know you're still present. When you stretch the exercise for longer periods of time, for like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, you won't be able to be speaking all the time, but you can put on some music, something that tells your child there is someone there, up there, that could be mommy or could be daddy, and there is still someone watching your child. This gradual exercise, this gradual training will teach your child that although they cannot see the person they want to see right now, or the object they want to see right now, that object or that person will come back, will reappear sooner or later, and they will feel safe. So these are 2 ways you can help your child with separation anxiety: exposure therapy and gradual training at home or outside the home. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.